my computer stop doing things.
Well, whatever you're doing sounds great. Thank you to Cissa Paz, who has played us into the room. My name is Katie Abadou, and I would like to welcome everyone to a Healthy Families, Healthy Communities house concert. Healthy Families, Healthy Communities is a program here with Carpe Diem Arts, whose goal is to reach out and connect neighbors new and old through art engagement and other fun workshops. Including hip hop for fun and fitness, which is over now, but is a fun program where you can move your body and learn new dance moves, get some movement in at the end of the day. Quilting conversations and crafts, a great workshop where you can unplug and engage with art. Ready to work job searches, healthy cooking classes, house concerts like this, and more. All brought to you with the help of donations from people like you and funded in part by the City of Tacoma Park and the Maryland State Arts Council. Brought to you by Carpe Diem Arts. And here to introduce our wonderful artist for the evening is Busy Graham, who I'm sure many of you here know tonight. So Busy Graham, I'll pass it on to you to get the night rolling.
Here we go. Hello, welcome everyone to another Carpe Diem Healthy Families, Healthy Communities house concert. And one of these days we look forward to being live and in person. But in the meantime, we're here to enjoy a wonderful hour with Cissa Paz from Brazil. And you might look at her backdrop there and imagine that it's fake. And in fact, it's real. So she's visiting her sister down in Florida, Hollywood, near Miami, and renovating a house down there. So, but ordinarily she's here in the DC area. And we're very, very excited to share an evening with her. Looking forward to that. She is a popular DC-based recording artist, singer-songwriter who's earned a widespread reputation as a musical innovator. Her recent album, Curandeira, which translates to healer, represents a culmination of personal and musical growth and an offering of healing songs to mitigate the impact of this terrible pandemic that we've been living with for too long. Her style is a unique blend of regional Northeast Brazilian styles, and I hope I get the pronunciation right, including forró, samba, and maracatu, with a twist of jazz, funk, and soul. I know you are really going to enjoy Cissa, and I know many of you are already big fans of her music. We're so happy you're here with us this evening. And I also just want to give a personal shout out to my old, wonderful friend, Antonio Rocha, who is here, also from Brazil, an incredible theater artist, storyteller, master mime, and marvelous human being. And coincidentally, I found out today that Cissa's father shares the same name as Antonio Rocha. So isn't that amazing? So welcome, Antonio, and welcome everyone. We're really grateful to have you here with us this evening, and can't wait to get this show on the road. So here, without further ado, please make very, very welcome with our hand applause, Cissa Paz from Brazil. And thank you, Katie Abadou, too.
Thank you, Busy. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. Antônio, que legal, mesmo nome do meu pai.
Pois é, que loucura, hein? Muito
Antônio
boa
Ferreira da Rocha é o meu pai. Busy was like, hey, do you know Antonio Rocha? I'm like, yeah, I know Antonio Rocha. He's my dad.
Yeah, Rocha is my middle name, and I use it as a stage name. My last name is Vieira. My full name is Antônio da Rocha Vieira Jr. That's my full name.
Antônio da Rocha Vieira Jr. Very nice. You know, us Brazilians, we have really long names. My full name, and a lot of people don't know this, but I have a really long name. It's Ana Cecília Paz de Carvalho Ferreira da Rocha.
Nossa!
So it's really, really, really long. I got my mom's full name, my dad's full name, and then they gave me Ana to be like, oh, let's make her different. So it's nice. But I don't really use Ana. I love Ana. It's a beautiful name, but since it's so common, I figured I would use a different one since I have so many to choose from. So that's my story. But I'm gonna play a little song for you guys, and I hope you enjoy. I must admit that I have not been paying much attention to my guitar lately, unfortunately, because I've been over here renovating and doing a lot of stuff, and I've started working with a few different people here in the Miami area as well, and so it's been super busy. So excuse me if I'm a little bit rusty, okay? Oh, mina tere tere, misaya paya paya, makoromi sai la botum, yapoya yapoya. Oh, mina tere tere, misaya paya paya, makoromi sai la botum, yapoya yapoya. Tere tere, oh, tere tere. If I tell you now, will you keep on loving me? If I tell you how I feel, will you keep bringing out the best in me? There's a quiet storm, and I never felt like this before. There's a quiet storm that is you. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. Oh, mina tere tere, saya paya paya, makoromi sai la butum, yapoya yapoya. Oh, mina tere tere, saya paya paya, makoromi sai la butum, yapoya yapoya. Tere tere. I'll do anything for you. I'll stand out in the rain. Anything you want me to do, don't let it slip away. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this God before. There's a quiet storm that is you. There's a quiet storm, and I never felt this hot before. Giving me something that's taboo. You give me the sweetest taboo. That's why I'm in love with you. Yeah, you've given me the sweetest taboo. Sometimes I think you're just too good for me. Tere tere, oh, tere tere, oh, mina tere tere, misaya paya paya, makoromi sai la butum, yapoya yapoya. Oh, mina tere tere, misaya paya paya, makoromi sai la butum, yapoya yapoya. Tere tere, oh, tere tere. É de boi, ela deu, dili ela deu. 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 Tere tere, oh, tere tere, oh. Thank you,
Wow,
thank you,
what a
thank
beautiful
you.
love song.
Yeah, so obviously, if you know Sade, and you should know Sade, if you don't know Sade, you better ask somebody. That song was a mix of her song and then another song, well, which I kind of rearranged from for a project for the Library of Congress some years ago, that they asked us to go in and look at archives, and um, we had to listen to these really, really old recordings that they have there, archived, obviously. So this was something from like the 40s that was recorded with really poor quality, and people just like screaming like, and I was like, oh my gosh, it sounds a little crazy, but there's a really beautiful melody there. So I took that and I kind of I joined it with the Sade song, and that's what came out. So
Gorgeous interpretation, yeah, of Sade.
thank you. Love her so much. I'll play a song by me now called Obalua Yodara, which is it's a dedication to women. It's like a celebration of women. Mulher que canta, dança e chora, sempre se melhora. Teu canto rico revigora. Nessa nossa história, quem te vê dançar se enamora. Quando você se comemora. Vem cá, me conta, teus defeitos também são bem feitos. Respiro o ar de teu sonhar. No ventre de nosso estar, quero ver você brilhar. Feminina eu quero ser. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, Deus dará. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, Deus dará. Woman, you sing, dance, you cry. You're always worth a try. Your sweet voice is a revival. The way our story goes, those who see you dance will fall in love. Your sweet moves are mystical. Come here and tell me all your faults. They are all so well thought out. In this dream there is no doubt. In the belly of divine, I want to see you shine. Feminine, I wanna be. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, odara. Oba lua re, Deus dará. Odara, odara, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Odara, odara, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Odara, odara, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Odara, odara, yeah. Odara, odara, odara. Odara, odara, odara. Odara, odara, odara. Eva.
Wow, that is absolutely beautiful. And that is
Thank
an original
you.
song by Cissa Paz.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
what inspired, and perfect for Women's History Month, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Thank you. Gosh.
Thank you.
When
Thank
did you
you.
write? When did you write that one?
Maybe about 2 years ago. Not that long. Not that long ago.
What
Yeah.
inspired you? The beginning of the pandemic.
Yeah, I
Extra
think
time on
I
your hands, no touring.
yeah, for sure. And also I think that it's always a good time to celebrate ourselves, you know what I mean? And women have been gaining a lot of traction, but at the same time they still need a lot of love and attention and reminders that we're okay. Like we're doing okay, you know? So I think that's kind of what inspired it. And I wanted it to be bilingual. 'Cause I don't have that's my only bilingual song. Most of my songs are in Portuguese. And I actually used to feel kind of a certain way about singing in English. I felt like, oh, I don't know if I can sing in English. That's weird. Even though I've spoken English since I was little, since I was like 6 years old. Obviously, I don't have a very strong accent, but I always felt kind of strange about it. I'm like, I don't really sing like American people. I don't know if I can do this. But then I was like, you know what? This would be the perfect opportunity to be like, forget that. I can do this. I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna write a song, and that's how I'm gonna start.
Yeah,
So,
wonderful songwriting. Yeah, we want to hear more and more and more. Is that on one of your recordings?
not yet. So my CD Curandeira, it has been like a soap opera to come out because of the pandemic mostly, and then now because I'm here and everything's been kind of on a different dimension and a different wavelength. So and now it's more my fault. Like I need to just hurry up and finish it because it's almost done. And if my producer who's in Brazil, I don't know if he's watching, Salgado, se você estiver aí, beijão pra você. I need to work with him and just get it finished. Most of everything is already recorded. I need to do my vocals and there's a couple more instruments, but it's pretty much done. And that song's gonna be on there with a very different arrangement that he did. That's really funky and like fun to
No, we
dance
look
to.
forward to it. For
Me
sure.
too. I can't wait. I need to hurry up and get it out there. I'll do another original. Let's see. This one I wrote with a very talented guy who lives here in Miami, but he's from Bahia, Brazil, named Gilmar Gomes. And he's a percussionist, so having percussion would be very helpful right now. Oxe, deusa danada, de olhos profundos, serei encantos oriundos, com razão e namoro Exu. Exu então guardava os segredos de oráculo que eram guardados em lugar sagrado, jogo de Kim, de Orumilá. Ela virou Luolaie, Babalaô, Peleifá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Oxum, deusa danada, com olhos profundos, serei encantos oriundos, com razão e namoro Exu. Exu então roubava os segredos de oráculo que eram guardados em lugar sagrado, jogo de Kim, de Orumilá. Ela virou Luolaie, Babalaô, Peleifá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Ela virou Luolaie, Babalaô, Peleifá, o Babalorixá, o Babalorixá. Histórias futuras vou lhe contar, momentos difíceis já vão passar.
Wow, it's
you.
truly glorious. And your guitar picking is fantastic. When did you have time to learn to play the guitar so beautifully?
I don't.
Oh,
The
you
thing is
do.
that I've been learning. Thank you, everybody on Instagram. I have Instagram on here too, so I want to give them some love. Thank you, guys. I love you.
Yeah, thank you to those on Facebook too.
And thank you, Facebook. And thank you, Carpe Diem. Thank you, Busy. Thank you. I haven't even said that. Thank you so much for having me. This is a treat.
That's a
Uh,
pleasure.
yeah. So I've been playing guitar for a very long time, and I always feel like I should be playing way better than I do, because guitar is something and music itself is something that's never ending. You know, the knowledge is never ending, the wisdom is never ending, and music, you know, I feel like music comes from nature. Music is part of this tree, and you know, it's part of us. It's something that it comes from the divine. It comes from the heavens. We don't understand it completely. We have built this theory around it, and we try to understand it, and there's little things here and there that we're like, what in the world, like how does this really work? And obviously, you know, there's people that know a lot more theory than I do, but still there's always a little bit of mystery there. And so I feel like the guitar is the same thing. There's so much to learn in the guitar, and I've been playing since I was 10 years old, and I didn't really start taking it seriously until about maybe 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I started to be like, you know what? I've been playing for a long time. You know, I need to stop with this 251 thing. Let's go. Let's do some more stuff. So that's what I did. Like, I started taking classes, and I started to really try to concentrate on it, which is hard because it's like this balance, right? I have to also work out my voice, and I have to study the guitar, and I have this love, deep love for both of them. So, and then writing, which is a whole other, you know, thing. That also for me takes a lot of effort. Some people can just be like, oh, okay, new song. My son does that. He's like, blah blah blah, new song. Ma, you have a new song. I'm like, wow, I wish I could do that. I'm like, sometimes they come quickly, and sometimes they come in dreams and things like that, actually. But most of the time, I have to really sit down and think about it. The lyrics come faster than the music itself.
What were the
So.
lyrics in this last beautiful song?
Thank you. I was actually thinking about I should have said something before when the song began, because it's a cool story. The lyrics to this song, it tells the story of a few different orishas. So we in Brazil follow Santeria and Candomblé, not everyone, of course, but it's very strong in Brazil. And so it's something that I'm enamored with. I don't necessarily practice it, but I'm very enamored with it, and I'm constantly connected to it and thinking about it and studying about it. And so this particular song talks about the story of how Oshun, who is the goddess of the sweet waters, the lakes and rivers, and there's a lake behind me, and she what she does is she seduces Eshu, who is another Orisha, to steal the secrets of divination from Orumila, who is the Orisha of divination. So she seduces Eshu to steal the secrets from Orumila so that she can create this new thing where we can have a divination game. And now it's used to the cowrie shells, and they use it to find out about the future. You know what's going to happen in the future, kind of like tarot. How do you say it in English? Tarot. I don't know how to say it in English. You know, where they're divining what's going to happen next. And so, in the end of the song, I say, I'm going to tell you stories of the future, and everything's going to be okay. Because also, I wrote this song during the pandemic. You know, so I wanted it to have a little bit of a silver lining as well.
It's a beautiful one, and that will also be on your new CD, I hope.
No, it's not in that one, but it's going to be in the third. And I'm
Okay.
working on a few different songs that are going to be on a third EP, and collaborations, which is probably going to be a CD of collaborations with different people. I have some collaborations with Grego Jardim, who's in Florianópolis in Brazil. I have who else do I have? I want to have a few more people on it. Like I want to have JP Silva, who was the first producer of my first album, and a good friend of mine, a new friend of mine here from Miami, Diogo, and also an older friend, Marche. So I want to have different people on it. So that's the idea for the third one. I feel like I'm blabbering.
Oh, that's wonderful to have that background
Hmm.
and to look forward.
Yeah, it's fun to learn a little bit while we talk, because the thing with these online concerts, it's difficult to just sit here and just play. and not actually have a conversation with you. And I can't see if people have questions. Please let me know because I can't see the questions coming up. Just I'll play a song and then you can maybe ask me some questions after, if everybody watching has any questions. This is a song by Djavan. Te querer viver mais pra ser exato, te seguir pra poder chegar onde tudo é só meu, te encontrar, dar a cara pro teu beijo, correr atrás de ti feito cigano, 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 me jogar sem medir, viajar entre pernas e delícias, conhecer pra notícias dar, devassar sua vida, encontrar cara a cara pro teu beijo, correr atrás de ti feito cigano, 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 pra ficar e ficar juntos dentro horas, tudo ali às claras, deixa crescer até romper amanhã, como o mar está sereno, olha lá, as gaivotas já vão deixar suas ilhas, veja o sol, é demais essa cidade, a gente vai ter um dia de calor, de calor, de calor, pra ficar e ficar juntos dentro horas, tudo ali às claras, deixa crescer até romper amanhã, como o mar está sereno, olha lá, as gaivotas já vão deixar suas ilhas, veja o sol, é demais essa cidade, a gente vai ter um dia de calor, 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 de calor. Viva Djavan.
That is another gem of a song. Gosh, how were you first introduced to that song?
So Djavan is someone that people like me grow up listening to. Since I was little, I've been listening to Djavan. I would sit down at my mom's record player that she wasn't using, but every day after school I'd go there and I'd put the records on and I'd memorize all the lyrics and I'd be like just in love with this amazing music. Obrigada, Antonio.
Yeah, I was just noticing Antonio is definitely resonating with that song.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows it, and he probably feels the same way about Djavan as I do, because most Brazilian people really love him because he's just very special. He's got a gigantic discography, you know, so much music, and this particular song is not one of his most well-known songs, but I've, you know, as a good lover of music and musician, I've always I research a lot and I listen to a lot of music, and so this is one that just caught my attention because it's actually it's not a complicated song, but it's just the simplicity of it is kind of complicated at the same time. You know, his melodies are always kind of just different than anybody else would think of. So, and very specific, very, very particular. You know, the way that he writes is very. Everybody tries to imitate it, but you can't because he's just so authentic. So Even everybody. He's amazing. He's a big influence for
Yeah, I was
most
going to say, you
musicians.
can see that the influence and inspiration in your own songwriting.
Oh, thank you, thank you. That's a big compliment. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love that guy. Love that guy. All right. So since we played Djavan, let's play Gilberto Gil. Gilberto Gil is another one of those guys that are like, I'm not worthy. And this one's by him and Dominguinhos, who's another I'm not worthy guy. But he's more from the Northeast. He plays what the type of music that we call regional, or forró. Um, which is kind of, I guess you could compare it to folk music here in the United States. Obviously, it's completely different, but it's, kind of like the vibe. And this song talks about how taking a person out of the sertão or the cerrado, which is where the place where Dominguinhos comes from, where it's very dry and arid, and people, it's very poor too. People don't have a lot. And there's not a lot of water. It's very dry, and a lot of people haven't even learned how to. They haven't been alphabetized. Like there's a lot of talk about that sort of thing in a lot of these lyrics, which is super interesting. Oh, my guitar teacher, fala professor. So anyway, let's just play it. Por ser de lá, do sertão, lá do cerrado, lá do interior do mato, da caatinga do roçado, eu quase não saio, eu quase não tenho amigos, eu quase que não consigo ficar na cidade sem viver contrariar. Ser de lá, na certa por isso mesmo. Não gosto de cama mole, não sei comer sem torresmo. Eu quase não saio, eu quase não sei de nada. Sou como reis desgarrada nessa multidão boiada, caminhando aí. Por ser de lá, do sertão, lá do cerrado, lá do interior do mato, da caatinga do roçado, eu quase não saio, eu quase não tenho amigos, eu quase que não consigo ficar na cidade sem viver contrariar.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So
it is really amazing to have that water in the background, the boats and the sound of the water accompanying your beautiful music.
Thank you.
I could for hours and hours and be very happy.
Thank you so much. It's a very special place. I'm very grateful to be here right now. And this is one of the silver linings of the pandemic. And I must say that the pandemic really sucked, but at the same time there are silver linings, and I feel like a lot of people have started to live the life that they want, and to kind of grab the bull by the horns and say, you know what, I wasn't happy and this is what I want to do, and life is short, as we have been seeing, You know, we've been seeing a lot of people passing away, and that's been devastating. And I think it's given us this new, I mean, it shouldn't be new, right? But it's kind of new appreciation for life itself, and for the moment, and for the present moment, for saying, you know what, I'm gonna enjoy this while it lasts, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. So let's just do it.
I think that's so true.
Yeah.
Everyone taking stock in what they have, what they want to bring more into their lives.
Exactly.
What were the song lyrics for this last one? What
Yeah,
meaning?
so this one, like I was saying, it's for it's kind of talking about how you can, it's almost like you can take the guy out of the sertão, but you can't take the sertão out of the guy, and that's kind of what he's saying. He's in the big city now, and he's like, oh, I miss my people, and I miss my food, and I want a hard bed. This bed's too soft, and I want to eat some chitlins or stuff like that. So it's kind of funny and sad at the same time, and the melody and the whole vibe of the song is a little bit sad, but you actually sometimes you can play this song to dance, and it's more exciting and more fun, like a baião. Speaking of baião, let's play a song by Rafael Pondé, who's usually in DC. I think he's going back to DC soon. He's in Brazil right now, and it's a baião that I recorded in my album, the one that's coming out eventually. And if you want to sing along, this part is super easy. This melody, it goes la da we la da we da, la da we la da we da, la da we la da we da, la da we la da we da. Caminhando na trilha eu começo a canção. Na vereda de barro, vale do Capão, vejo a flor do lajedo, ela tem espinho, mas o verde danado lembrou teu carinho. Pula pedra, cachoeira, escorrega na ladeira, vou seguindo o meu caminho pra não me perder. Let's go. Larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira. Vou andando e cantando e seguindo a canção. Na beirada do rio ouço um azulão me dizendo que um dia isso pode acabar, pois o homem da cidade não quer pensar. Pula pedra, cachoeira, escorrega na ladeira, vou seguindo o meu caminho pra não me perder. Let's go. Larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira, larauê, laraueira. Caminhando na trilha começa a canção. Na vereda de barro, vale do Capão, vejo a flor do lajedo, ela tem espinho, mas o verde danado lembrou teu carinho. Pula pedra, cachoeira, escorrega na ladeira, vou seguindo o meu caminho pra não me perder. Meu Deus do céu, faz um favor pra mim, manda chuva pro meu sertão. Diz quando vem, chega sem avisar e acende a luz do luar. Yeah, yeah, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, oh. La, Thank you. Love that song.
So
Talented guy.
beautiful.
Thank you. And this song is the same kind of style, it's a baião as that previous song. And he talks about this beautiful place in Bahia called Vale do Capão, which is in the mountains, and there's mountains and waterfalls, and we call that type of place a chapada, like a chapada. There's a Chapada dos Veadeiros in Brasília, and the Chapada Diamantina in Bahia. So that's what that song is. So I see. Go ahead.
Yeah, Katie noticed that there are a number of questions in the chat box. Katie, can you bring those up?
Yeah, absolutely. So Cissa says, Ken Rothman is wondering,
Hey, Ken.
were you at all influenced by Tropicalia, bands like Os Mutantes?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So for the Instagram people, the question was I influenced by Tropicalia and people like Os Mutantes? And yeah, for sure. It's not exactly my style. Is not as it's not as close to them as the more regional samba and Africanated kind of Brazilian music. But I do love it. I love os baianos, os mutantes. Like those people are awesome, and so I'm sure there's some influence in there somewhere. You know what I mean? And it's very fun music.
Here's one, Cissa, coming from Itza in DC. Do you practice candomblé? And if not, is it how is it to use these figures in song?
Figures? Oh, okay. So the question was, do I practice candomblé? I don't really practice. I mean, I follow it, I study it, not as deeply as some of my friends do, but I am in love with it. I think that it's just mesmerizing. And sorry, there's a plane flying over. And so it's just something that I'm deeply in love with, and there's a lot of that culture, the candomblé culture, in my culture in Brazil. And so there are some songs that I write and some songs that I play that talk about it. And so is that what the question was? Is that now there's a jet ski behind me?
Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I guess that's the answer. I'm not initiated in it. I don't really practice, but I observe it and I respect it and I admire it and I love it and I write about it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Any more questions? We can come back to questions later. Actually, there's a friend of mine I think joined on Instagram who helped me write this next song, and it's related to candomblé. It's about Exu. Darren, shout out to Darren. So let me see if I can play. I haven't been playing my guitar, it's terrible, but let me see if I can remember. Vem, meu bem, que o dia vai raiar. Olhe bem, caminhos vão entrar. Negue não a sua inspiração. Ele vai instigar. Sim ou não, a voz vai cutucar. Tentação, é hora de dançar. Santo ar, refúgio para libertar. Exu bemio no máximo molo de tiriri Iwapele. Exu bemio no máximo molo de tiriri Iwapele. Vem, meu bem, que o dia vai raiar. Olhe bem, caminhos vão entrar. Negue não a sua inspiração. Ele vai instigar. sim ou não, a voz vai cutucar. Tentação, é hora de dançar. Santo ar, refúgio para libertar. Exu bemio no masino, molo de tiriri, iwapele. 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 Yay, shout out to Darren. Drop a line if you're still
Thank you,
there.
Darren. Thank you, Cissa.
Yeah, for sure.
Really
You're
beautiful.
welcome. Love
So
that
yes,
song.
we will be able to unmute everyone towards the end and have people ask questions if they have any. Did you say something about having a son, Cissa?
Yeah, I have two kids. I have two
Oh my
boys.
gosh.
Yeah, and my older son is a musician too. He writes, like I was saying, he writes music like that. He's like, boom, new song.
You don't look old enough to have a songwriting son already.
Oh, I'm old enough. I'm old enough.
No, I really am
Definitely.
very excited about getting in touch with you about the possibility of teaching some poetry and songwriting classes in the
Oh,
DC
cool.
area. We're starting to do quite a bit of that, and
Nice.
there's a hunger for it. You know, just
That's
an
awesome.
outlet for creative expression and to really, it's people who would never have imagined themselves writing songs being inspired to do that. And
Yeah,
then
for sure. Yeah, I think that songwriting is something that for a long time people were very wary of or scared to learn about and scared to do. And if you notice, like in the history, right, there's not a whole lot of women songwriters. Now there are a lot of. Oh, my mom. Hi, mãe. Hey, oi, Cauã. Oi, Marcelo. So there's a lot of what was I saying? Yes. So there weren't a lot of women songwriters. There were some, of course, but not as many as now, because people now feeling more they've been more empowered to do so, and they're like, forget it, I'm doing it, just like I said earlier. So I think that it's pretty cool that people are feeling more empowered to write music, because it's not a rocket science, right? It's music, and it is, even though it's as complex as I was talking about earlier, it's not impossible to learn. And I think it's inside all of us. Music is inside all of us. So I think that most people can. There are a few people who are tone deaf, but even they can write music because they can write lyrics. You know what I mean? So I think that music is for everyone. There's no exception.
yeah, well, you are an inspiration. So yeah, we need to
Thank you.
bring you
Thank
to
you.
more of our audiences and
Thank you.
future
I really
songwriters.
I would love it. I would love it. I feel like I'm still a novice myself. I took songwriting classes, and I felt the same way in the beginning. I was like, oh my God, no, I can't write music. That's too hard. And then I started doing it, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do it. If you think about it, you just try to sing along, and if you write a little bit of poetry and then you make it musical, then you have a song. It doesn't have to be complicated. So, should I play one more and then we can do questions?
Sure. Yeah, one more, and then we'll have some time for questions. And the last song will go a little bit over, but it's hard
We
to.
can make it short. We can make it short. Let me see here. What do I have?
I don't want it to end.
Well, we can always do it again sometime.
Yes, I'm counting on that.
Yeah. You know what I'll do if I can find it here?
And I also do want to just throw in a plug here for our daily antidote of song, which today marked the 718th consecutive day of a song shared in this Zoom room and Facebook space, with recording artists from all over the world, reaching 48 states and 24 countries now. It was started soon after the pandemic began by Joe Rossi, and Cissa has been part of the Daily Antidote, as have over 250 different artists. So tune in at 12 Eastern time and check it out at carpediemarts.org/daily. We'd love to see you there. We have many of our daily fans here. And I also do want to just put out the word that this concert with Cissa will be archived on Facebook, facebook.com/carpediemarts to you. And I will put that in the chat box. So share it with friends. It's so great. You also have it out on Instagram. So that's wonderful.
Yeah, my Instagram friends. Just so you know, I'm doing this for Carpe Diem, and this is going. We're in Zoom right now, but I decided to also stream through Instagram. So I appreciate you guys being there. Thank you so much. Drop a comment if you're enjoying it. And actually, Busy was saying that they do a daily song, a daily antidote, right? That's what it's called. And a daily song every day at noon. They do a song and they started doing this during the pandemic too.
Right. April 6th will mark the second year.
To lively up yourselves.
Right. Thanks to Joe Rossi for keeping it going, and our daily audience for sustaining it.
It's another one of my songs called Musa Música. Você canta com todas as vozes, notas felizes com seu amor. Você toca com delicadeza, cor de riqueza para se expor. Teu sorriso, mais belo que a fama, é um panorama de consolação. Teu segredo é um livro aberto no meio deserto temporal. Me diz dos teus desejos mais profundos. Me diz dos teus poderes vagabundos. Ao pé do meu ouvido, onde faz mais sentido, que quero soltar minhas asas contigo. Na cidade turbulenta, quem te escuta? Passarinho, 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 passarinho. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa. Você canta com todas as vozes, notas felizes com seu clamor. Você toca com delicadeza, cor de riqueza para se expor. Teu sorriso, mais belo que a fama, é um panorama de consolação. Teu segredo é um livro aberto no meio deserto temporal. Me diz dos teus desejos mais profundos. Me diz dos teus poderes vagabundos. Ao pé do meu ouvido, onde faz mais sentido, que quero soltar minhas asas contigo. Na cidade turbulenta, quem te escuta? Passarinho, 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 passarinho. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa, música. Musa, musa, música, oh. Musa, musa.
so
Thank you,
beautiful.
thank you, thank you.
So
Whew.
because
Mosquitoes are eating me up now.
yeah. Since we're a small crowd and so many of us are familiar to each other through the Daily Antidote, so I'm going to unmute everyone or invite you to unmute yourselves and say a big thank you to Cissa Paz, and if you have a question, feel free to answer. And I also want to acknowledge those in the room with us from Carpe Diem Arts. Thanks so much to Katie Abadou and Diane Dowling, who is our CFO and person extraordinaire. And Paula Postis is one of our board members who is here. Thank you so much for being here. And we have James Harkless in the room, and so many other friends, Susan and Sharon and Kathy, Kate, George and Marcy, Adele, Deli, and I'm especially happy to see my old friend Antonio Hasha, or Lisbeth. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Thank you all for being here. And thank you so much, Cissa. That was absolutely marvelous. And I could listen to you all night, all day long. Great to get your recordings, and really grateful to you for spending this hour with us. Also do want to give a big shout out to Denise Jones, who runs Healthy Families, Healthy Communities for Carpe Diem Arts, and the city of Tacoma Park for funding that program to a large extent. And of course, our county and state arts councils, very grateful. And there's my friend Antonio, who lives in Maine, and I haven't seen you in way too long. Thank you for being.
It's been a long time.
Who shares, those of you who weren't here at the beginning, Antonio Hasha is an incredible performing artist, mime extraordinaire, and has a new program coming out. And he happens to share the same name as Cissa Paz's father. We found out today.
It's so funny.
That's right.
Yeah. Small world.
Small world.
And,
yeah.
And you're from Rio, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I grew up across the bay in Niterói.
Okay. So many people from Niterói in my life lately. It's amazing. I love it.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. I love Nikitich.
Niterói, for those who don't know, in the U.S., it's like Oakland to San Francisco. So San Francisco would be Rio, and then Niterói would be across the bay. But it also has the ocean. So it's not quite like, it's more like, Marin County versus San Francisco.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful there. They have gorgeous beaches and mountains, just like Rio.
Yeah, it's
maybe a little bit cleaner because there wasn't as many people. When I was growing up, it was a lot cleaner because there weren't that many people there yet. Now there's a lot more people, but
that's right. Yeah.
So Antonio, we need to figure out how to bring your show to the DC area so you and Cissa can meet in person too.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we can have a double bill.
Maybe we can do a show together.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do it. Stay in touch.
No, this is really a gift. It's a gift to listen to you and
Thank you.
relive some of the songs I grew up with as well. You know, Djavan, big fan. I used to buy his vinyl records when I was in my late teens, early 20s. You know, there's that album that came out that he did a song with, I think he recorded in LA, and
with Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder, that's right.
Yeah. Djavan and Stevie Wonder.
Yeah, that was like wow.
I'm trying to remember the song now. Yeah, that was really cool. Yeah, he did one of his albums, like he did it all in English. One of his albums, and it was like a direct translation. It was all the same arrangements, the same everything, but in English.
Nice.
But unfortunately, it didn't get much traction here in the States. But you know, in Brazil, he's very, very famous. So
Right.
I'm sure he's doing fine.
So
Hi,
did anyone
Sean.
else
Hi.
have a question or for Cissa?
Cissa, achei bolinho
Wait, sorry?
do som.
In Yoruba.
Achei
Oh, Yoruba, yay! You have to teach me. Could you understand any of the lyrics that I said, that I was singing?
I understood Babalawo, I understood Oshun, and I.
Babalawo and Oshun. Okay. Nice. You know, the Yoruba spoken in Brazil is different than the one spoken in Nigeria because obviously language, you know, it evolves in different ways in different places. So some of the things are different, and I'm sure the pronunciation's different, but You know, that last song that I sang, that I said I wrote with my friend, it was the chorus is actually a prayer for Eshu. So it's pretty cool. Beautiful, beautiful culture. Beautiful. I can't wait to go to Nigeria one day.
One of these days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
So thank you everyone for sharing this evening with us. And thank you, Cissa, for a very memorable hour. And I will be listening to this over and over again until I can have your CDs in hand.
Yes, thank you so much, everyone. Please keep in touch.
Yeah, and we'll
having
definitely
me.
have you back on the Daily Antidote, I hope soon. And
Sounds good.
anyone who is not on the Carpe Diem Arts email list, sign up at carpediemarts.org so you can know when Cissa will be returning to the Daily Antidote or to other programs that we might be presenting. Thank you all for your support of carpediemarts.org. We couldn't do it without you. And we'll see you. We'll count on seeing you all soon.
Busy. So good to see you, Busy. It's
So
been
great
too long.
to see you, Antonio.
Yeah, send my love to everybody, okay?
Will do.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.